Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be talking about the SQL Select Statement. We'll be using the Select Statement in various forms. So let's begin. So the first thing we're going to do is to write the Select All. So I have some data sets in my database already. I have the order details, orders, picture types, pictures. So I want to select all from one of these data sets. So let's start. Select all means you want to select all the columns. You want SQL to bring out all the columns for you from that data set. Select all from. So in SQL we use this star to depict all from. So our order details. So it's then a semicolon. So let's run this. So you can see these are all the columns: the order details ID, order ID, picture ID, quantity. So that's for the select all. That means you want SQL to bring out all the columns for you from that data set. So let's go to the second one. Select some columns. So I can decide to select the order ID and the picture ID from this order details data set. So let's go ahead. Order ID, comma, and then picture ID, so from order details. So we can run this. We have 4 columns here. So now, because we are selecting some of these columns, we're going to be having only these 2 columns: the order ID and the picture ID. So let's execute this. So we can see it's the order ID and the picture ID. So another thing we can do with using the select statement is to use the hash to depict a column name. For example, if you have a column name that is very long and you don't want to keep repeating, you can use the hash. So let's go ahead. Select. Okay. Let's use the previous ones. Order ID as orders. So we can see we are representing the order ID with orders, comma, then picture ID as pictures. So our column will come out as orders and pictures instead of the order ID or picture ID. It's actually used for columns that the names are too long. From order details. Let's use our semicolon. Let us forget it. Like I said, it's a very good habit. So let's execute this. So you can see the name of our columns changed to orders and pictures. For example, let's say we have order from the new province. We can also order from the new province as order ID. So it will change the name, the column names, to the new ones we just wrote inside this select statement. So let's go to the next one. So selecting the unique values from column. So to go ahead with this, we could be using the distinct clause to bring out the unique type of pictures, the unique picture ID from these are data sets. Let's go ahead. Select distinct. So picture ID, the real name of that column is picture ID from. Okay, so from details. So before I execute this, let me show you something. Here, look at this place. We have 48,620 rows. That means in this data set we have 48,620 rows. Now that we're executing this, we're going to see a different number of rows. So let's execute it. Okay, so we can see we have okay, let's have a look. 91 rows here. That means we have only 91 types of pizzas in this data set. So that is the difference. That means we have the pizza IDs that we only have 91 types of them. So now to the next one, counting the number of rows with select statement. And we'll be going to the next one, which is counting number of rows with the select statement. So here we'll be using the count function. So let's go ahead. Select count. We're counting all. We're going to decide to count to pick a column and count, but I'll be counting all the rows since they all have the same number of rows. Count all. So you need to open a bracket for that. Count all from our order details. So let's execute this. Let's run it. So you can see our data set has 48,720 rows. And another thing you can, okay, so let's use as here too. So let's look at another way of using as here. So select count all. We can now use say as, meaning give our column a name as count. So let's run it. We'll see that the name will change. That no column name will change to count. So we can see that means we have 48,620 rows in our data set. So we're going to the next one. We're counting unique values with a select statement. So here we'll be using the distinct clause and the count function. So let's still count the number of pizza IDs, the unique number of pizza IDs we have. Here we'll be using the count function and the distinct clause. So let's still use the pizza ID. We want to count the unique pizza IDs in our data set. So let's go ahead, select count. So we open a bracket of distinct pizza ID from our order details. Don't forget to put the column. Sorry, let's put the column. Like I said, it's a very good habit. Okay, so we're going back to execute our unique counting of unique values. So let's execute this. So we have 91 unique pizza IDs. Like I said, we can still do this as count. Okay, we can rerun it. So count, we have 91 unique pizza IDs. So the last one is selecting columns to a new table. You can create a new table without using the create table statement. So we can select some columns in our data set and put this in a new table and to be stored in database. Let's try an example. Like now we want to put our order ID and our pizza ID that we executed here. So let me copy it. The order ID has orders and pizzas. So let me copy it. So we now want to select it and create a new table. Let me call the table new orders, new IDs. So let's go ahead, select. So our columns, order ID as orders, pizza ID as pizzas, into. So let's call it new ID. It's a new ID from still our order details. Okay, so let's execute it. So before I continue, let me show us all our tables that we have. We have the order details, orders, pizza types, pizzas. So we don't have the new ID as a table here. Let's execute this and see what will happen. Okay, so it's been done. So now let's refresh our database. Okay, let's open our tables again. We can see there's a new table now, new ID, which you can work with. So that's that's another way to create a new table without using the create table statement, by putting some columns into a new table. So thank you for watching. That's all about the SQL Select Statement. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Bye.